Doesn't matter. We're here in Amsterdam at the Money 2020, and we're here with the crypto columnist of Forbes. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, great to be here. My name is Naeem Aslam. I work with Forbes, and I also work as a Chief Investment Officer for ThinkMarkets, based in London. And I still call myself an enthusiast, even though we got introduced into this space since 2014.
Wow! So you were quite an early adopter.
I am. Bought it back in 2014 just to learn the technology. So of course not in a great big amount, but I'm a firm believer of Bitcoin and for the blockchain technology. Written massively on Forbes and been on many televisions like Tier 1, like CNBC and Bloomberg, talking about the future of the Bitcoin, how it is going to evolve, what we think where the Bitcoin is going to go.
And what's the profile of ThinkMarkets? Is it like a market intelligence or?
ThinkMarkets is your essential brokerage firm based in London. It's FCA license and also in Australia as well. So we offer actually the largest selection in cryptos for our investors. So we are very enthusiastic in this space. The company also is doing its own coin called ThinkCoin Trade Connect. Through an exchange, so yeah, things are looking really up. Our client base is very thrilled to trade cryptos for sure, and I think in a few months' time we're going to see a heavy flow when the bull market will start.
You expect that the bulls are coming in the market? I mean, we've seen lots of bearish signals the last coming months, but.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too bothered about those bearish signals, to be honest. I think it's more of a cycle than anything else. So we know that during these months, Bitcoin is pretty much doing what it's supposed to do. So I think towards the end of August and September, we should start seeing that bull run. We're already seeing some sort of a technical signals when it comes to Bitcoin. And you guys should definitely follow that. Remember that word on the hat? That's a very important one.
Buy and hold.
Yes, I mean, like I'm a long-term believer when it comes to Bitcoin. Not like I think, like I did an article on Forbes a long time ago. It's like what would be the value of one Bitcoin, and if you look at the demand and supply equation and you do just a little bit of a maths behind that, so each value of a Bitcoin could potentially be $613,000 US. So that's massive. What do I think? I think by the end of this year, you're going to see another record high for Bitcoin, certainly. So we think that it can potentially touch 30,000 by the end of this year for sure.
And where do you base these predictions on? It's all technical analysis, or maybe you're also in a network of bigger investors?
It's a combination of all. So it's the fundamental news, it's the information about the OTC market, it's like what the appetite is among investors, and of course the technical analysis is very crucial when it comes to the price analysis and when you are talking about the projections of the future projections of the price. So yes, so it's a combination of all elements.
And are you? I mean, what are you enthusiastic about other coins as well? I mean, or do I have to see you as a Bitcoin maximalist, or?
I'm interested in other coins in the space because I think Bitcoin is a religion, but not necessarily the technology. I think there are lots of good projects in the space which are well worth of looking at. And they're doing some incredible work by using the technology. Yes.
And personally, I see a lot of hardworking young people at the product, and it seems that people are waiting for applications on these blockchains. So first, the blockchain needs to be built, some of these blockchains, and then the applications come. So how do you perceive that?
Yeah, so I think, look, I'm a big fan of a blockchain and for protocols. I think where there is a real case of a blockchain application in the supply case or in the manufacturing place, you can see that how blockchain can add a value in those cases. So those coins certainly has a lot of value. Every single country seems to like that they have their own protocol that they are adopting, that they're coming up with, and it's becoming increasingly more famous. Whether that is a trend that we're going to see, I do not think so, because I think that when we talk about a protocol, it's going to be think like how Google is. So you just have a one or two platform, Google, Yahoo, or Firefox, whatever you wanted to call them, internet. So yeah, there will be 3-4 major platforms. But talking about so many different protocols right now that we are seeing on the market, they may not exist because of the adoption, integration of these two, because of these two key elements.
So what we see in the internet business, maybe we can see in the blockchain business as well, like companies, buying each other, integrating, etc., joint ventures.
Yes, for sure. Yes, potentially we can.
So quite positive on the market. So of course this isn't any financial advice, but if you would advise your clients, what would you advise? Is this an ideal buying moment, or just wait for a deeper bottom? Or
I think it depends how do you define that, because if you're a newbie and you wanted to ride the wave, then it's maybe worthwhile to stick to the main coins, the top tier coins. Then of course it is your Bitcoin, Ethereum. These are the top ones that you wanted to perhaps do, but do not over speculate in the industry, especially if you are a new. I would suggest that perhaps sticking to the main one and hold them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, and all the best.